Fortnite Friday brings you Grave Feather. Not Grave Robber, Grave Feather. Don't worry, it's only a nightmare. Alright, so this particular figure is part of the set, which includes Joltara, Cluck, Summer Drift, Diamond Hands, and more dropping in soon. So, why did I get this particular figure? Well, several reasons, but the main reason that really sold me, because I've been seeing it standing up there on the pegs, warming the pegs for months now. $5. They clearanced them to $5, so hey, sure. So it's solo mode. I don't know if they have a non-solo mode. I don't exactly know what that means. 28 points of articulation. That's another point I like about these. Wow, that card slid right off. So if you're a card collector, like you collect the cards, only a little bit of, wow, it just slid right off. Like, look at that. Very clean. That's never happened before. All right, well, not with American figures, with Japanese figures. Yeah, they actually make it like that. All my Micromen, like this one, they came on cards that they don't glue the cards to the plastic. They come with a plastic that wraps around the card a little bit, like that much of a, it just wraps around. Staple, 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 and a staple at the top. And then you just unstaple it, slide it off, recycle the plastic, recycle the paper. They've been doing recycling for years. That was back in actually 1999 when these first started coming out. That one came out a little bit later, like 2000, 2001. Well, let's take a look at this figure. You're here for him, not for the other that I put it all up here because they all scale well together. I don't know if Peely's in the same scale with these other guys. He looks like he should be. I don't know. I'm not quite sure which scale he's in. They have all pretty much the same articulation. Let's see if his head's got any limitations with that big old hair piece at the back. She actually did not, which was really surprising. He can spin 360 degrees. Very little back and forth, very little up and down. I don't know if it's just because of the hair. Anyway, so he's got a hinge. It's very tight. It reminds me of IG-88's arm. And, of course, swivel on the arms. Is it also a butterfly joint? It looks like it's going to be a butterfly joint, but I don't think it is. That would have been really cool. This is actually some kind of very soft material that's over his endoskeleton. It's like a Terminator thing. He's got a swivel and hinge at the elbows, and yeah, a swivel and hinge at the wrist. He's got a ball joint down here, and most people call this a ball joint, or some people do. I noticed that Dan does. I've never called it a ball joint. A ball joint is literally a ball. You can actually see the ball right there. His legs, usually these guys have a ball joint at right there. There's a ball crotch. That's what they have. He also has an upper thigh swivel. He has, let's see if he has a double joint at the knees, which I doubt he does because the way the knees look. All right, so the way the knees look, I guess to keep it not being too weird, they just gave him one joint right here, which kind of makes sense because the way it looks like he shouldn't have two joints. I don't know if they made up for anywhere else, but that's fine. He's got very tight right there. Gosh, it looks a lot like Grievous from Star Wars. You know, the Star Wars that don't exist, the prequels. Well, the Clone Wars. Clone Wars existed. Okay, I'll accept the Clone Wars. They just weren't movies. They were live action shows. So I'll accept those existed. But the prequels, ugh, no thanks. All right, I like his little chicken legs. They look really cool. I mean, he reminds me of a character I called Clank. I made up back in the 90s, I was listening to a lot of really good Christian music, and one of the music groups was Clank. It's an industrial, heavy band. And I imagine Clank would look like he had like legs like this and huge upper body and kind of like almost like a bird, like a whatever. So he kind of looks like Clank, but he also looks like an endoskeleton from Terminator 2. And kind of a Native American headdress thing going on, sort of. I really like that head. That's really cool. I didn't think I was going to like this figure. When he was in the package, he looked like he's all like his legs are bow-legged and goofy looking. But when you get him out, you can start spreading them out a little bit. Again, they need stands for these. I wonder if they can stand on like the new Hasbro, well, not new to you guys, new to me, like the 25th anniversary G.I. Joe stands. Or the Star Wars stands, which they no longer put in the packages. This is his weapon. I'm not 100% sure what it is. It doesn't seem to be a gun because if it shoots, well, I don't know where it shoots from. It doesn't appear to be, All I can think is it's like what the cops carry, the batons. That's all I can think it could be. It doesn't seem to be a blade or anything either, so I don't know. If you play Fortnite and you know what this is, please let me know, because this is weird. But I'm guessing it goes like this. Don't know what you're going to use it for. You're going to tickle somebody? Like, tickle, tickle, tickle. I mean, really, what else is the feathers? I don't quite catch what this is. So comment below if you know what that is and tell me, is it a gun? Is it a sword? Is it a tickle, tickle, tickle thing? Because they do have weird weapons. He's got a big old giant looking key thing. He's got an axe, which isn't weird. But yeah, he's a lot better out of package than in package. He's a lot cooler. Look at that. I didn't even look at this before. Those feathers on his arm are really neat. Almost like they, I don't know, is it like a part of his weapon too? Like they whip out like a blade or something? Because it's like these are very similar to each other. So yeah, he reminds me of Terminator 2, IG-88, Grievous, and I don't know what the head would look like. Raw, from the Stargate. Oh, I have those figures out in storage. I love Stargate. All right. Well, anyway, I've been babbling long enough. Comment below and let me know what you think about this particular figure, if you have him, if he's in your collection, or if you know anything about this one, if it's one of your skins or characters or whatever in Fortnite. Thanks.